Stars of that wonderful show, Captain Patrick Donnellan, man of the match Shane O'Donnell, and manager Davy Fitzgerald, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, fellas. What a week that was, I have to say. I mean, look at this wonderful piece of silver here before us. Davy Fitzgerald, what does that mean to you this time?
Well, I suppose I didn't appreciate it enough the first time.
Did you not?
No, like it was fantastic, but when you're playing, I suppose you get caught up in bits and pieces. But since we've won it this time, I've kept it fairly close to my chest, to tell you the truth. It's been every place I've gone, that's nearly gone, you know?
Yeah. Even backstage, you wouldn't let it go, would you?
No, there was no letting it go. The two little Cork kids were trying their hardest to pull it off me there. And we still weren't letting it go, you know?
Yeah, but I wouldn't mind, but they've been half-half children who were saying, up Cork, and you ran in and you said, up Clare, lads!
It was great, but I suppose, Ryan, the emotion with people in Clare, that's what has got to me more than that. And,
in what way?
Young and old, like, you see the reaction it's had on people down there, and I suppose there's enough of doom and gloom in the country at the moment, but there isn't in Clare at the moment, that's for sure, yeah.
Party's still going on, is it?
It's going on, yeah.
Yeah. What about you, I mean, Pat, look at it. This was the accumulation of a lot of hard work, a lot of dark winter nights and training and matches and winning and losing and drawing and whatever else. You got there eventually. Yeah,
it's brilliant. It's still, I suppose, it still seems a bit surreal when you're looking back at those clips. A boyhood dream when I was growing up to go up to Hogan Stand and lift the cup, and it's been one of our dreams for the last couple of days, and just between the homecoming and the reception we're getting from the Clare supporters and the public in general has just been absolutely brilliant.
Shane, you've had a very low-key week. I mean, honest to goodness, what happened? Obviously, you had that extraordinary result yourself at the game, but we'll talk about all of that in a moment. What about the trophy itself, the cup itself? What do you think?
It's just unbelievable. Like, it's what you dream of when you pick up early when you're 5 and 6 to finally get your hands on a trophy like that. And she's not in your wildest dreams play a game like last Saturday and have people like handing you ball left and centre to put in the net, like, but it's absolutely amazing. Like,
the coverage of it has been remarkable because everyone seems to be being particularly pleased with the win, and it's travelled across the way to the Guardian newspaper. I don't know if you heard about that, did you? That the Guardian paper wrote, hopefully the Gaelic Athletic Association will do all sports fans everywhere a massive favour and produce DVD copies of this memorable game where Clare emerged victorious, and went on to say when you compare the quality and the dignity of that game to some of the Premiership football matches that you see and the prima donna activity that goes on there. I mean, this has given Ireland, almost, I think it's fair to say, a great name. Well,
I'm just astounded myself at the lads. Like Ryan, since probably last December, these guys have probably been out the bones of 3 times only to when we won the All-Ireland. The way they mind themselves, their dedication, like they're missing out on a lot socially. I suppose their partners and things like that. Well, Shane, I don't know if you have a partner or not, but...
You see, Davy, you know exactly what the answer to that question is, and now you're acting the maggot.
Okay. Well,
we'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah, we'll leave him alone for a while. So
for how long?
We'll give him another minute or two.
Okay.
We'll go at him, right? But I don't think people probably realise that the Gaelic players in Ireland, the amount of hours they put in is incredible, and my hats are just off to the lads. Like, I know sometimes we get a bit of the credit, but trust me, it's what they do counts and the way they handle themselves. Like, the biggest thing I love about this team is the way they're perceived, the way they go to the young kids. Like, these guys are just drawn to the young kids, and I think they're great ambassadors.
Great, setting a wonderful example. Let's go back to the celebrations immediately after the game last Saturday night, because we have footage from the dressing room where obviously the emotion and the excitement and the euphoria was kicking in good-o. Let's remind ourselves of that. That was the winning group from Clare's Got Talent last week. See, independent sports reporter Marty Morrissey getting a look in there. Right in there, proud Clare, man. That looked like a lot of fun.
You probably missed the best part of it. Another bit of footage you haven't seen.
What is it?
It's They were singing There's Only One Marty Morrissey inside. It was absolutely unreal. So it was, but he's one of our own and we're proud of him.
Yeah, I can imagine. Shane, what time of the day did you hear that you were going to be lining out?
It was about 10 to 3 maybe.
That
roughly.
late?
Yeah, we were about a couple hours before the game. I just got pulled aside before we were getting food.
Yeah.
And David was just saying I got the nod ahead of Derek, and well, all started to kick ahead then, and it's just the rest like kind of fell into place from there. I didn't even have time to be nervous really. I just kind of was so close. I was just excited.
And was that the strategy, David? Like, don't give him time to fret and overthink it.
Well, he's 19 years of age, like we decided. Let's keep as much pressure off him as possible. He was absolutely flying at training, and probably a few of the boys at training had an idea he was going so well he was going to be playing, but I got him on my own during the week and I said, listen, you'll come on at some stage, you'll play some part of it, but you won't start. Because I just wanted to make it clear in his head he wouldn't be starting to take any bit of nerves or anything that was there off him, you know. But in saying that, I probably could have told him because he's such a good guy, he's able to deal with pressure, no problem.
And had you a chat about goals and promises of goals? Did you make a political promise to each other, or what happened there in that chat?
I don't think there was need of a promise. I can't score points, like, so I kind of just go for goals. Like, Davy knows that, the rest of the lads know that, like, and it was just kind of, I suppose that was why I was in the
Well,
team.
I asked him, listen, I said straight out, I said, listen, I need you to bag 1 or 2 innings. And he said, if you give me enough time, I will. So he did it. Fair play to him.
You should go into politics and come good on some of the promises. That's a great old thing. So you've been in the papers all week, of course, because you've been mobbed by girls and women all over the country, and they're calling you the Justin Bieber of hurling in one headline. And that's probably a hair thing as much as anything else. Then, of course, you played the Match for Goal, the charity, during the week, and I don't think you could leave the pitch. Neither could you, Dave. You believe you were signing autographs for 2 hours after that
Different
match.
reasons, I said.
For different reasons. We saw that wonderful picture in the cover of the Examiner there as well. And, of course, one of your teammates tweeted a photograph, which we can see, which said, first man to get a Garda escort out of a GAA dressing room, which is, of course, fair enough too. So what's that like to be in the middle of all of that adulation?
Yeah, well, it's flattering, I guess, and borderline embarrassing at some stages. But well, I suppose when you think about it, like when you look back at it in a couple of months or a year or two, it's not the not being able to get off the bridge on the Wednesday night that you're going to remember. It's going to be winning Liam McCarthy with your best friends on the Saturday, like, and it's not. It's only a sideshow kind of thing after. You don't really think about it too much, like, and it really hasn't all sunk in yet. So it's kind of
some sideshow, though. I mean, you can't go to the shop. You can't walk out and go to a match.
Yeah, but it's really just like I'm going around in a dream at this stage. Like, it's just, it really has not kicked in yet at all.
Your mum's here tonight, Mary, I think. Where's mum? Give us how you doing? Now, you were asked a question during the week, which was about, obviously, Shane, and the question was, is he single? To which you should have said, no comment. And you said...
I was a naive innocent at that stage. I think that must have been Monday.
And
By
you
Wednesday,
said,
I would have said a different thing.
So what did you
I
say?
said no, he wasn't single.
You said he was very much single, was it?
Oh, sorry, did I say? Yeah, I'm confused. Yeah, I said he was single.
You're trying to get him out of a corner now, but it's too late. So what do you make of Justin Bieber over here? How are you coping with all that?
Well, he's always looked like that, so that's just Shane as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has he always got 400 girls around him looking for his autograph?
That's sort of a new development, all right. But yeah.
Okay, and he'll have to keep his feet on the ground. You're going to help him doing that, I take it?
Yeah, well, I mean, I suppose everybody's sending kids off into the world. You're hoping they'll do the right thing and make the right choices, and I've loads of faith in Shane to do the right thing.
You've had a great week, I suspect,
yeah,
along with everyone else. Great.
Phenomenal week.
Thanks for coming
Great
in.
wishes from everybody. Thanks, Ryan.
Great, thank you so much. After you lost the Munster semi-final to Cork, you, Davy, had a summit in your living room. Why there?
Well, that was a tough one to take. Like, we've got a lot of stick, probably in our own county, and we needed to have a chat. We needed to put it to bed. And normally you go to a hotel room or you meet in Cusick Park in Ennis and have a chat. And I was thinking about it all day, and I actually have so much time for this bunch. It's incredible. Like, and like, they've been fantastic to me as well. They've trusted me because we played a type of a game in Clare that didn't go down well, and the public were getting on our backs a good bit, but they always, no matter what, would have stood by me. And in my own mind, I just wanted to show them how much time and faith I had in them. And I invited them down to my own house. Like, the neighbours were probably looking and seeing 25, 30 cars the day after Cork beating us, and I don't know what they were thinking, but I just wanted to bring the lads in, have a chat, and we had a great chat for maybe 2.5, 3 hours there, you know.
You cracked open the Maiwadi, I believe.
Yeah, the Maiwadi got cracked open, yeah. Jeez, they're getting some exposure.
Aren't they?
That.
I think you mentioned Fitzgerald, so you might as well give them all a mention tonight.
Yeah, we did the Fitzgeralds, the Jaffa Cakes, they were all there, you know.
And what was the impact of that, Pat? I mean, that's a very personal thing to do, to head to the main man's living room with his family are all living and eating and everything else, and this was heartland stuff for you guys.
Yeah, look, like he said, it's when you go to a hotel room or when you go to you know, someplace that mightn't be a house, it can be kind of a false atmosphere. But when you go to somebody's home, you know that you kind of feel settled straight away. And I suppose we were just as honest as we could have been that day. Yeah. Nothing was changed too dramatically, but people were just kind of airing their views and trying to see if there was any little bit we could change or something we kind of get out of ourselves to do something better. Because there's a huge amount of hard work that we put in previous to that, and we were hugely disappointed with our performance, and we just wanted to make sure that there was nothing else that we could do, or likewise from the management today could do, that would just kind of get things going again. And I think personally, I think from speaking to the rest of the lads, we kind of came away from the house that day with a kind of a new optimism, and you know, it was only a couple of days after the Cork game we were so low, so we were after kind of picking ourselves up. So look, it was great. Your
respect for Davy was very apparent in the speech. We're going to have a little reminder of last Saturday evening. Have a look at this.
And we have a manager in charge, Davy Fitz, and to say that he's obsessive about Clare hurling and obsessive about winning would be an understatement. He's a man, I suppose, that has a certain persona in the media and in papers and things like that. But I can tell you, if any one of these players had to put their life on the line for Davy, it'd be done in the morning, not a problem. He gives everything he has for this county, and we thank him for giving everything that he has. Thank you, Davy.
Thank you, Paul. Was that lovely for you to hear? Was it difficult for you to hear like that under the circumstances?
Yeah, we don't want to turn into a big softy, so we don't. But
you a softy?
Yeah. But listen, it works both ways. We have respect for each other, and we have a massive panel, massive backroom team, and we respect each other. And
how do you feel about, you know, the certain persona and press and so on? How do you feel about the detractors and people who give out about you, Davy, and moan and whinge and say wrong team, wrong game, wrong this, wrong that? So did you point at that?
Yeah, good. Listen. People are always entitled to their opinions, and that's not, listen, it's great now at the moment, but we lose a game or two next year, trust me, that'll be back just the same as ever. So it will, and there'll be a lot of stuff coming, but, you know, I try and look for the good in people.
Good.
I try and look and say, okay, there might be people like that, but there's people who trust in you and believe in you, and you always try and look for the positive. I think that's the most important thing.
It's extraordinary that less than a week after the big win, you're playing tomorrow. You're talking out tomorrow.
Yeah, we both actually are playing the same field just after each other. So it's
what time are you on?
Starts again. I'm on at 3 o'clock and Shane's on after then at 5 o'clock.
Okay, so it's kind of back to business as usual, really, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it. And I suppose the fact that we've done so well with Clare between the 21s and the seniors means that our club championship is probably behind a few games, so we'll have to kind of get our head down again, and hopefully we can go far in that.
And I presume the crash barriers are up for the pitch then as soon as you come on.
If I get through the match alive, I'm a marked man. I'm a small person.
Actually, that's probably true as well. There'll be more out for you now. And what about 2014, Davy? Does that feel like a planet away, or are you thinking already?
No, not. I'm going to enjoy this.
Are you?
Sam, for the next few weeks. They were talking about the draw last night. I didn't even want to see it or hear it. We only won the All-Ireland a few days ago, so we have respect. Like, people are talking that Clare win the next few. That's a load of rubbish as far as I'm concerned. We'll go out, and as I've said in Clare, we will give 110% for our county, and that's all we can do. And if that brings more success, well, great. But we will be giving it every time we have.
You did it last Saturday with some skill, and you gave a lot of joy to a lot of people in this country. Congratulations to you and the team and everyone involved. Ladies and gentlemen, our Clare champions. Thanks a million, lads. Good luck tomorrow.